Weird Wednesday, unusual openings here in Blitz and Rapid Chess. Changing the stream title as we speak. Alright. A little bit of a late start. Some things I had to attend to. But it's better late than never. Better to actually do these streams later, probably, to have more viewers. But we get some of the late night Western viewers with the earlier start, so it's kind of like you can't make everyone happy. Oh, the ghetto bird is coming. Great. Run, run, run from the ghetto bird. Right over the house. Alright, what am I doing? So I've got troll in the stream. 5+3 casual blitz. I should actually change the text there. Blitz/rapid. Alright. Let's move that. Guys, we're doing a 2-hour stream. Weird openings. Casual challenges, 5+3 through 7+3. Acerbate's here. Children, what's up? Acerbate. Did you play in the tournament yesterday? You were quiet yesterday, Acerbate. Alright, guys, Panda's in the house. Hey, I've been quiet too lately. I've been kind of sad. So, I'm looking forward to going back and living in the USA for the summer. I haven't been home in a long time. Anyway, guys, we're playing 5+3 through 7+3. Casual challenges, please. All right, Panda, thank you for the info and the intro. So, late start. Let's play. Oh, Ayesta. Great. I don't know. I need a second coffee. I feel weird, kind of dizzy or something. All right. What does Ayesta play against E4? Weird Wednesday. Don't forget. Don't forget to play unusual stuff. I usually forget to play unusual stuff. E4, E5, A3. Make it up as you go along. Merle Dixon. 2-3-1. I want A3 to be relevant. I guess it's most relevant if I can achieve an effective bishop C4. Is there anything wrong with bishop C4? I'm kind of acting like I did A3 against the Sicilian here. Vienna game with A3 early, essentially. I don't know if that's ever played. Merle Dixon, what's up? Guys and gals. No gals here yet, as far as I know. You can never be sure on the internet, though. Doesn't matter in the gender fluid future. Anyway, can you explain how present perfect works? I forget. Honestly, Gladys Troll. I really forget. I've never really been... I liked English, studying English. I actually, believe it or not, actually took quite a few a number of English classes in university, but I guess my minor was in economics. But I liked English. I could have almost minored in English, but grammar wasn't my thing. I like writing, but the technical side of grammar, like the names for every tense and stuff like that, I'm not very good at. Okay, c6. Let's get dropped back. Get dropped back. Anderson's opening. Well, Anderson's opening is 1a3. I like how Gladys Troll goes from like morbid questions about dead bodies one day to like grammar questions the next. Camel culture. The culture. Not ready for chess 960. Actually, chess 960 is bad for Wednesdays. Somebody challenged me to a chess 960. That was Astrobate last Wednesday. Not to obstruct my f-pawn. h6, naturally, he wants to stop bishop g5. But is it worth it? Schlechter would play bishop e3 at an early stage. What's up, American people? What time is it there? Where you're at? Camel culture, you're probably mountain time, right? And Astrobate is Pacific. Specific. You just had a beer. You're not allowed to have another one. Now we have a problem. It's like an Alapin opening trap. Fondinators. Oh boy. Now what do I do? Yeah, it's no problem. d4. Pawn takes d4. Have you ever heard of the fried liver? This is a good fried liver. A good fried liver. There's no such thing as good fried liver. So takes, knight f2, king f2, queen f6 check, king e3. Assuming I have good fried liver here. His knight's hanging. That's important. Steinitz would be happy with white. Steinitz would play this kind of thing, but knight f2, king f2, queen f6 check, king e3. Maybe that doesn't work for black, for real. Maybe it really is a good fried liver. Of course, he might be able to play like queen f6 directly. That's probably okay for me, actually. Queen h4.
Dude, what do I do on queen h4? Castle? Any suggestions from the peanut gallery? Am I just resigning there? Oh, I have g3. That's a legal move. I guess after g3, queen h3, I still can't say I'm happy about my position. I'm still alive. That's the optimistic way of looking at it. Bishop's somewhat in the wrong position on a2 there. This actually looks to be maybe good for me. It's not exactly a traditional fried liver. He doesn't have a knight coming to c6 or something, first of all. And my extra development with like knight c3 and bishop a2 pretty much helps out. There's also the a3. There's also nasty threats against f7 in some lines for me. Okay, rook e8 doesn't really do anything. I don't know what else to recommend for black. Yeah, d5. Okay. Trying to open it up. It's pretty hard for me to get developed properly. That bishop on c1 in particular, b4 with the idea of bishop b2. Rook f1 is out, bishop d2 is out. Bishop is buried on a2. There is b4. So I guess he has compensation here. King of the hill. Crushing position. Almost to the 4th rank. I never played Koth. Koth. I'd probably be a good Koth player. Bishop takes d5. Wow. Interesting suggestion from Uber Driver. Now I like it even better. I hate giving up a piece though. Kind of materialistic like that. At least I eliminate one of the major offenders in this case. What? What about allergies? I feel kind of weird. I think my allergies, we got new allergies kicking in today or something. Never know what's floating around in the air in the springtime. Good Koth player. Koth. Koth. A good Koth. K-O-T-H. King of the hill. Instead of CD, did he have rook d8? Yeah, he could try anything. And there's all sorts of good stuff you can do. Where am I going? Where am I going? Then there's a check on h4, right? So maybe d3 is safer. And that doesn't look dangerous or anything. This isn't dangerous. I guess I could play knight f4 there. It's not a good idea. What? My central pawn's hanging. I'm up nothing here. Didn't want my rook. That wasn't good. I don't think that was good for me. I want to see this position. This has to be bad. That was weird. I get lots of endgames. d4 is forced. E takes d4. Now the best move is the Chigorin variation with knight a4. So I guess I'm just flat out lost after knight takes d4, queen h4. No, we said we had g3. So that's actually not a big deal. I still don't really like it, but I didn't have a great suggestion here, honestly, because the white squares are so weak. My bishop is missing from f1. The missing nature of the bishop. But anyway, it was fun. This was fun. I thought I was okay here. Computer thinks he's just better. Wow. I thought here I'm thinking I have an improved fried liver. Engine doesn't think so. I was optimistic. And b4 is bad. And this just flat out doesn't work, apparently. But I don't see any really good suggestions for white. My original plan was to play like bishop e2. Fried liver is fun. Anyway. Alright, big money. I'm taking subscriber challenges first. And then if we have time, we'll play other challenges. Apparently I was always winning at the end, though. That's good. We turned it around. Juicebox Wizard subscribed. King takes d4 was the move of the day. Powerful king. Well, no, my plan was to run back to c3 all along. But he could have just taken on g2, I thought. Did I miss something, like some sort of g-file play? Weird openings stream. "14 months does happen fast. People think like a year. Thanks, Infinite Flash, for the ban. Ban hammer. People think a year is a long time. Especially the younger you are, the more like that seems like a long time. Let's play the check defense. Something I know nothing about practically. But that's really, I guess, if white plays f4. Could still do it here. I guess you can always do this. Nap time. Do you want to like a mat or something? Some sort of nap. A nap mat. Now wait a minute. Is knight d5 a problem? Or am I supposed to do like bishop g4 or something? Then knight d5. Actually. Gladys Troll is in kindergarten. And Infinite Flash gets a cookie. I don't know, I'm like tired. Eyes are, I think it's an allergy thing. My eyes are like itchy and tired feeling. Alright, I need another coffee. We had one coffee, it didn't seem to have much effect. So, my first idea was to play e5. Then white plays knight to d5. Then I have to go back to d8. Then he trades on f6. I guess that's actually not a problem, right? Takes, queen takes, bishop g5, queen g6. Something like that. That looks like a problem. Because then he's taking on e5 and I can't recapture because it's made on the back rank. Obviously I know a lot about the check defense. 100, he's out of cookies. Infinite Flash, West Ham United. Sure, Infinite Flash knows a lot, right? We're all footsie fans here. Footsie in Hungarian. Alright, I need some kind of caffeine high or something. I don't know. Little iced tea. Sugar. Bishop d2. So nothing really strikes me as a good move here for black. Bishop g4. e5. How about like knight on bd7, blocking my bishop? Does that make sense? What if I played my queen again to like b6? It's utterly ridiculous. Bishop g4, knight d5, queen d8, knight f6. Maybe there I could just like take with the e pawn and it's not so bad or something. Looks stupid for black. I'm just trying to sort out where I am here. Yeah, I don't like queen b6. Seems ridiculous. g6 is ridiculous. e5. Let's check e5 one last time. e5, knight d5, queen d8, knight f6, queen f6, bishop g5. And there we have a problem. I could play queen e6 in that position though. That's still bad. What am I talking about? I have an in-between move, bishop g4, with the queen on g6. After a capture on e5. We would have to move the bishop. Alright, I don't know. What am I doing? e5? This doesn't look right. And he's got 5 minutes. I'm not interested in that. That b2 pawn. Now it's more or less forced. If he plays knight d5, actually he can exchange first and then play knight d5. I guess it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Or maybe it does. No, in that instance I have queen d6. So that's an important distinction. Take, knight d5, queen d8, knight f6, queen f6, bishop g5, queen d6, and black is okay. There's knight e5. Knight e5 f6 variation, or knight e5 queen d1 rook d1 f6. It starts to look like one of these lines I talked about with Arsenal fan. Speaking of Arsenal, b4. Okay, b4 is something I'm happy to see. Now we're just playing Weird Philidor, where he's played b4. It's not a terrible move, I guess. But I was pretty much scared of the variations I'm talking about. Like, even that last one, take, knight d5, queen d8, knight f6, queen f6, bishop g5, queen d6, knight e5. It just goes on and on. Hungarian, this is called an ajándék. Someone gives you something. Christmas present. Köszönöm az ajándék. Bishop takes b4. Thank you for the gift. Is it really a gift, or is there some kind of string attached to this? Bishop takes b4, knight b5. No. Bishop takes b4, no. Bishop takes b4. Free pawn. I'm just not awake yet, so my time use is like double what I would normally use. You don't know. IDC. It would be a better attitude to be IDC. Iron pawn. Now there are little traps like knight to b5 and whatnot. Queen a5 back again. That would take some serious guts. Really asking for it with queen a5. Alright, whatever. I think queen a5 would like force him to sort out his pieces. It might have been a good move though. What am I going to do? Like take on e4? I'm never going to get to actually take it. I'd have to play something like queen a5, knight e2, knight takes e4. Bishop takes b4, queen takes b4, knight takes e5. It just doesn't feel right. Well, obviously we're not playing flat out sudden death here. Infinite flash. I mean, I wouldn't use all my time if I didn't have a 3-second increment. But I still don't think it's really good time management by me. But I seriously am gonna have to like order Starbucks or something. Seriously falling asleep. My eyes are like heavy. Start playing the Philidor. There it is, f4, of course. Quite the logical move. Clash Kid gifted a tier 1 sub to Infinite Flash Chess. Clash Kid, very generous, sir. Got a nice mix of European and American players here. Tactical Wizard 5. Should have slept another hour or something. I should have gotten enough sleep last night. I don't know why I'm so sleepy. It's allergy season. Just hoping I don't miscalculate here. Queen g3. I have knight h5 there. Bishop e5. Queen b6 check. That doesn't work. Or it does, actually. Queen g3, knight h5, bishop e5, queen b6 check, queen f2, bishop c5. And then he can take on f7 with something. Or we could just avoid that whole scene with queen g3, queen b6 check right away, which is a much safer looking solution. Chess Network is watching or just a troll? Chess Network is here. Possible. Possible. We have good international relations with Chess Network. Okay. Queen e5. Lots of hanging stuff on the dark squares and white squares. Jerry Stocks. Stocks ripe IMs. He's gone already. No, Jerry's a good guy. He refers his extra students to me that he can't handle sometimes. He's a good guy. All right. Whoops. That's it. All right, big money. So I wanted to see this, guys. Queen a5. Is this an actual lie? Yeah. So I'm surprised how bishop d2 is not played. So queen c7. That's the solution. It's like ridiculous. That's our best move, man. This variation sucks for black. I think queen a5 is just not good here. That's the end of story. It's just not good. You got to do this other stuff with like bishop g4. This is just not good, period, end of story. So the best I came up with was e5, which looks bad. And so the question is d takes e5 or just knight d5 directly. Queen d8. This is a Luis Gallego game. So I wasn't sure about this. Knight f6, queen f6. Here I thought bishop g5, or we can do the e5 first. But I thought this is like more accurate. But I'm wrong because I forgot there's interpolation. with queen e4 check, right? I have no idea what's going on here. Queen g6. I didn't analyze this enough. This move, by the way, which is just good for white apparently. I actually looked at this in my analysis. I thought that wasn't so great. Stockfish says this. Nice gambit. I mean, it looks promising for white. The other question was, what if he just takes on f6 or e5 first? Here, it's more forcing. Naturally, knight d5, queen d8. But that's actually how that game was arrived at. So this position, knight f6. Maestro from Argentina. Yesterday was World Malbec Day. I walked by the Argentine embassy. It's funny. I had no Malbec to drink. Bishop g5, and then queen d6, knight e5. This is what I wasn't sure about. Apparently it's unsound. Okay. Can't take on e5. Now f6. I was scared of like stuff like this. I didn't know what to make of this. But apparently it's unsound. Have I looked at the woodpecker method? I haven't. And I've heard about it, though. I've heard a lot about it. I mean, I've heard good reviews about it. Is that another Axel Smith thing? Yeah, I had like zero confidence in this line, but apparently it's winning. It's winning for black. So Ahadreth Pratico is the one chatting in the stream, but I don't do rated challenges. So Ahadreth is, if you want to re-challenge me to casual, that's cool. I'm not playing rated because I already lost all my rating points. So please just re-challenge me to a casual if you want to play. Chess Armageddon should know better because he's played me like a million times. When I'm commentating, I don't play rated games because it's just too much of a handicap. I'd be playing, you know, losing all my rating points. Can we set a donation goal? Uh-huh. All right. Donation goal of $1,000 to hire a full-time mod so people won't troll me anymore. All right, Clash Kid Ideal Chess. Clash Kid is a subscriber. You better not. Put him for copyright infringement there. Tactical Wizard. All right. E4. So we're supposed to be playing weird openings. Let's do our favorite, the St. George. 2 messages were deleted by a moderator. Was that Moobot or me? Or was that you, Infinite Flash Chess? Our newest subscriber? Thanks to Clash Kid. E6 is, yeah. A6 is unusual. Yeah, I'm playing fun openings. Nothing like too... This is about as radical as I would go. But, I mean, this is something that I've played in tournament games, so it's not like utter garbage. I mean, I've played A6 in like 5 or 6 tournament games against Masters. So it's not something that I'm just totally making up. I find that A6 has 2 effects. Like number one, it basically puts people in an opening they haven't really seriously studied. It's not as bad as you think. And number 2, a lot of people go on tilt when you play A6 against them. I'm talking about like over the board games, actually Blitz as well. But a lot of people get like insulted when you play A6, and so they start like rage tilting, like how dare you? How dare you disrespect me by playing A6? E4, A6, D4, B5, A4. So I feel like the most dynamic way to play such a situation would be, you know, to try to trade, but trade my B pawn for the E pawn. Oh, he's tilted. And B4 is interesting too. Like the positional approach. It's funny that I've almost never encountered A4 directly. It seems like a very reasonable move. So this is a bad orangutan. Bad orangutan. Now, in the English defense, I've seen some... Not English defense. I've seen some other lines where Queen E7 can come in against D5. That could be an interesting... A very interesting possibility here. Timing is everything. Why not? I mean, there's no knight C3, no knight B5. Creating some interesting possibilities. Actually, Uber Driver's suggestion of bishop C5, now that I think about it, is far better. Far more natural move. I'm an idiot to not play that. You're right, Uber Driver. I screwed up. It was a much better approach. It's a good thing Alms isn't here. He would like this position for white. One of our regular opponents. Knight F6. Man, Queen E7 was a concept, but it wasn't appropriate now. It's suspicious, but it's Weird Wednesday. This whole position is suspicious for both sides. I had a game with who's now a grandmaster. What's his name? Gergo. Young Hungarian grandmaster. I can never recall his last name. But anyway, I had a game in a classical Nimzo. The guy played Queen C2 against my Nimzo, and I played Queen E7, and he sat there and thought for like 25 minutes. Like literally, I played virtually like a novelty on move 4 in the classical Nimzo. It's not that bad. I don't know if anyone else has ever played that. Yeah, no, D5 isn't good either. But my answer was actually imprecise, so we both made mistakes. I sense a bad pun coming on. E5. Probably asking too much. I like Uber Driver's suggestions. Well, you have to keep it closed now. Is a good sense for what's important. If you guys want to send me some allergy medicine, could really use it. Weird Wednesday it is. Pawn on b4, yes. Taking away c3. The knight coming to a6 and c5. A little bit reminiscent of Muhammad Ali. Right. So now d6 c5 looks like a strong positional sacrifice. I almost have to do this. Anyway, that's what I've been planning for like 100 moves. I might as well execute. All along the plan was to go knight a6. But I still I guess I have to say I like white here. This queen e7 was so dumb. Why didn't I see bishop c5? Extremely strong move, threatening even queen f6 in some positions. Of course, he could play bishop c5, b3. Bishop takes f2 check, queen f6 check. Maybe we can try to trap my queen on a1. Antonia, welcome. Good to see all you guys. Guys and girls. Especially the girls. Alright, seriously. My e5 strong point isn't looking so strong. It's really not that adequately supported. And f6 looks a bit slow. f6. God, that's... Maybe I just have to play d6. I'm frightened. d6 has its issues. But this is the Majuna opening. Majuana, whatever. Antonio, take care. Sorry you have to leave. Work sucks. Position smells bad. Knight f6. Then how do I get my bishop out? Knight f6, knight d2, f6. Just have to do f6. Then it's like this is gonna happen. Can't believe I have time for f6. Good lord. And then knight h4, g6. Starting to look like really abstract. Maybe now he's just threatening knight b3 and c5. If I played c5. Knight b3 is coming. Then I have to do this. This doesn't look right. Suspicious stuff here. Highly dubious. I actually played f6. It's a strong point, man. The Birmingham defense. Oh no, he defended e4, thus allowing this. Birmingham, the birthplace of Tony Miles. Right, Right. Very well. There's no knight h6 yet. We need to move some more pawns. That's the important thing. Good lord. No. That's not happening. He's all about trying to pick off my c5 pawn. Oh, I see. He's still about it. Wow. You can do that? Are you trying to tell me that it's physically impossible to defend my pawn? My god, you might be right. This doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. You trap his queen in midboard. Knight b3, f takes e. Queen e4, bishop f5. Some sort of nonsense. The only nonsense in town. He resigned. d6 doesn't help. So you should play knight b3 anyway. And this is not that clear. You can just calmly ignore it. The important thing is that you get this pawn. You're just strategically clearly better. This is all that matters. Picking off the c5 pawn. Okay, very cheap victory. Chess Armageddon. That was terrible to not play bishop c5 by me. Alright. Weird opening. It was unbelievable. Merle Dixon gifted a tier 1 sub to Soroche. Now we have 2 moderators who are both subscribers. Thank you, Merle. Don't do the Bonclad. No, I'm not doing like really ridiculous openings. That's as far as I go. Like almost reasonable openings, like the I don't play like joke openings. I want it to be an almost real opening. Just things I don't normally play. Let's start with something d4. Haven't heard about the monkey's bum in a while. The Grob I don't play. I'm anti-Grob. Let's try the Verisov. Borg is a reverse Grob, right? The Grob is like so weakening. It's horrible. The Verisov. This move actually seems to have a better score. Funny, like, chess is going back to like the 1800s. Like in the late 1800s or early part of the 20th century, You probably see a lot of games that would start like d4, d5, knight c3, knight f6, bishop f4, bishop f5. Now we're going back like Yubaba and people that play the London system with knight c3, like a Verisov London hybrid. Chess opening theory is regressed. So c5 is a cool move. I actually like that myself. It's essentially, well, I mean, it is what it is. It's a Verisov. But it's also a Trompowsky reversed, if you like. I won a nice game in this line like 2 years ago against the FIDE master. Hippo's not... Well, in Hippo you can play the Hippo. I don't really play the Hippo, like straight up Hippo. I will play it like when I have to. Maybe I play the modern defense or the English defense and then I go into Hippo formation. Is this considered weird? Well, I mean, I always consider the Verisov to be a weird opening. The engine says it's like better for black when you play knight c3 on move. Already after move 2, Stockfish claims that black has an advantage. I think it's an inferior move, blocking the c-pawn, but not a lot of people are well prepared for the Verisov. No, e4 isn't terrible, Infinite Flash Chess. e4 was played against me many years ago. In fact, it's basically like what is that? Albin counter gambit almost, with colors reversed after e4. But e4 is considered inaccurate, I guess, because you can take with a knight. Trading pieces kind of eases black's defense. If you play like e4, de4, I think you get an Albin with the tempo up for white. But the trading of the pieces with knight takes e4 should be pretty much okay. I remember Gennady Sigalchik, Belarusian American grandmaster, who probably a lot of you have never even heard of. I don't think he even plays chess much anymore. But Sigalchik used to play this with white. Not a lot of Lev Albert, Sigalchik. Not a lot of people who played the that I know of grandmasters, let's say, who played the what's it called, the Verisov with white. But I play this line for black, so I know a little bit. This is my game with Oliver Mihawk's dad from 2 years ago. I also lost to a Vietnamese. No, maybe I drew that game. Maybe I lost. I can't remember. I had a game against a Vietnamese. Maybe I lost against Thanan Duong. I can take with the pawn, but this is the main line. The Armenian grandmaster Kashian also plays this. He played this against me in Blitz. I remember. Melikset Kashian. This isn't right though. Queen h5, knight takes d4. Is that right? Queen h5, knight takes d4, castles queenside. e5. Doesn't seem right. So what am I supposed to do? Bishop b5. Strange. Okay, I've never played this with white, just with black. Queen h5, knight takes d4. Queenside castles e5. Rook takes d4. Pawn takes d4. Bishop e5 check. Bishop d7. I don't think my attack's strong enough there. Bobby Teacher features chess. Bobby Fischer teaches chess. Yeah, that's like one of everybody's first books. Someone said that's the most selling chess book in history, and not sanctioned by Fischer. It was like a ripoff, copyright infringement. Fischer didn't approve that book to be like named after him. He had like nothing to do with it. It's really sick. Okay, I don't know. I had that too. I mean, everybody picks that up in the bookstore. If you were, well, at least if you were born before like 1990, I guess. Knight A4. What? There's some interesting lines here. I would suppose that on knight takes d4, castles, queenside e5, even knight f3, knight takes f3, rook takes d5, for example, would be extremely dangerous for black. Black is dangerously behind in development. I mean, I've played e6 in this position with black. Yeah, as I was saying. One doesn't read Bobby Fischer teaches chess, one just absorbs it. No. It's a trashy paperback novel for people just learning the game. Okay. It's like chess pornography. Queenside castles. With the Mihawk dad, I played f5 there, which is a plan that I studied many moons ago, with the idea of queen f6. It worked. It's a Mihawk of dads. Mihawk Laszlo. This is not a great move for black. It may not be that bad though. Queen f6 is very important because f5 with the idea of queen f6. You could trade queens. There's like queen h6 stuff. You make possible the idea of castling queenside for black. But I forget though, if you have to play bishop d7, I think, before queen f6, in the event of knight b5, there's need for defense of c7. I don't know who Chess Armageddon is. They seem pretty high rated. 2200 in rapid. Well, how much time do you need in the bank when you have a 3-second increment, right? This is similar to the game when Trongson ripped me apart. There's a very bad game I lost against the Vietnamese Grandmaster. It's got every kind of trick in the book. He's just too strong for me. All right. Next game, Pi Day. We had a winning position, but he's too fast. Too fast and too good. I'm not in the mood to play for time today, but that's why I don't play bullet chess. Basically, losing on time, winning positions. That was not a winning position at the end, though. I just got kind of tired out. Okay, this is not really a weird opening. I just started this too quickly. We're playing a normal opening this time. It's essentially a King's Indian with c5. Wait, castled after e5? What's strange? Oh yeah, I mean technically you should play like knight d2. I lost a really bad game against my friend Jose Gonzalez Garcia once. Now that I think about it, 20 years ago, Jose just played knight d2. Yeah, that's the best. Then you can do all kinds of attacking plans like h4 and h5. I'm a little distracted after losing the last game. It upset me. The time got out of control. I was totally winning until I allowed like b5, a5, b4. He's a fast player, but he didn't play the game. He didn't play the game super well until the end. Okay. Queen d2. I wouldn't mind sacrificing that pawn, actually. What does rare defenses mean? It doesn't mean anything. Not enough caffeine is what it means. Larson, like pawn sacrifice. This f5 is a possibility as well. Very dynamic for black. Yesterday Bob said I'm a defensive player. Because I'm good at defense doesn't make me a defensive player. I don't think I'm a defensive player. People who play like passively and really stodgy openings like the French, I would classify as defensive players. Bishop e5. I don't think that's a good move. Although if I play rook b8 now, a4. So b5 right now, take on a2. But it seems like my other option is rook b8, a4, and then I'm sort of shut down. I mean, you can play bishop e5, but it seems like it might end up losing a tempo in the future when white will play f4. Maybe f5 is risky too. Crows, the crow. I mean, yeah, I doubt bishop e5 is a bad move. It strikes me as putting the bishop in an exposed position. Can also be hit by knight d3. So b5, take, knight takes. Knight takes, bishop takes, rook a2. Then something like he just moves the b pawn with b4. I mean, I'm certainly not worse here. The question is, am I better? The downside of this may be that it allows too much simplification. And we could always interpolate bishop e5 an in-between move as an in-between move at some point. And there's no question that black has great compensation for the pawn, but I'm not sure what the best way to try to win is. Yeah, even bishop a6 is a move here. White always has a4, unfortunately. This is a very clean way to play. I think it feels like I'm playing the Blumenfeld. Nothing's unprotected for white. Bishop e5 here. Now. Now queen e3. And queen h4. Queen h4, he has knight f3. Of course, I might win a pawn on e4 at some point. Well, I mean, b4, Pichu, what's up? b4 makes sense. He just wants to trade pawns. If he can trade pawns, he can at least get a draw. This can't be a blunder, can it? Queen b3. I'm not really in any danger, am I? Am I in danger? Can't maintain my rook. Rook d2, knight f3. Just have to retreat. White is slightly better. I don't know what's up with Paidé's rating. He's down to 1948 now. Wasn't he like 2200 before? Looks like I lost my advantage. Oh, this sucks. I have to play for a draw. Very fast. It's kind of a weird move. Greedy, like. Queen d3. So I'm just gonna lose. Use no time to just crush me. The GM. You have a GM watching? Who's that? Why is there a GM watching? Who is that? Ian Chester? It's a weird name. Interesting. They're watching now. I'm getting crushed like a dog. Is that a new player? Who is that? New account? As long as he's not watching his student, like, crush me. Alright. But I've never seen that account before. Well, that's a good move to find. Paidé never beat me that I recall recently. He's never beaten me at all, in fact. Playing a great game here. I'm surprised I never lost to him, but that's 16 games, 2 draws, no wins for him. He's crushing me like a monster. Never played such a tight game against me. We're not going to be able to stop that pawn very easily. guess queen a2 is not on. Very systematic play today. Who's this person? United States minor outlying islands. Who is this guy? All right. Who's Ian Chester? I'm supposed to play weird openings. We gotta stay with the theme. It's gotta be someone that I know. I don't think just some random GM would challenge me on my stream. It almost has to be someone that I know. But it must be a new account, no? 2749, is that Blitz? Yeah. But I know him. But who is Ian Chester? Is that some kind of football player or something? Rugby star? Sounds it sounds kind of UK. Strange name for an American GM. D5. Jan is like the English form of Jan. Knight f3, d5. Well, I guess I'm playing the, what's it called? Santa Sierra's Folly. We're gonna have to play something with the A pawn eventually. It's a Polish deferred. It's not a great opening, of course. Alright, I really ought to play a little faster because this guy is 27. He's taking his time too, though. But I'd like to know who I'm playing against. If anyone knows. Like, Pooh So Tasty. Forgot this GM's name. He has like 100 games here. No, 500 games. What do you mean you forgot his name? I mean, does anybody know his identity? How could you forgot his name? Like, he only created his account here probably recently. He doesn't have a name posted in his profile. Ian Rogers. Well, I mean, it's possible if Ian Rogers moved to the United States or something. But he's from Australia. So maybe Ian Rogers moved to the United States. What's the proper way to pronounce it? Jan or Ian? Like, there was a kid in my high school and we called him Ian. But I feel like that's a mispronunciation somehow. It's just like an Americanized way of pronouncing it. It's like our last game. I played b4 against Clash Kid. There is no happy answer when black breaks your queenside in that kind of way. There's no good way to deal with it, really. You just have to deal with it. So this is one of the main ideas now. You think it's Ian if you're American? We're basically bastardizing the pronunciation of that, though, as Americans. I guess I heard British people say Ian, too. Maybe it's just not an American thing. Jan. No, I played with Rogers in New York Open once and I lost. It was about the last New York Open they ever had. Delacorte, could it be Lanchester? What is Lanchester? Is that a place? I've heard of Colchester, Dorchester, Chester, and Jester. G3. It's a little... The hippo feels a little slow here. Manchester. Leicester. Leicester's not a Chester. The Leicester, Chester, Jester. What's happening here? His knight c6 is not really hanging. Knight d4. It's not a threat. How about knight b3? Felt like by knight bd4, beady eyes. Okay, white's slightly worse, but we've saved worse positions than this before. I'm going to try to be objective with you guys. I'm not going to lie that the Polish opening is good for white. I'm not under any illusions that I'm not slightly worse here. But knight h4, he's got queen b8 now, so this is kind of a pain. I'm kind of waiting. Yeah, knight h4, bishop h2 check. Rook b1 leaves my a3 pawn weak, but that's probably a minor consideration, right? My queen has no place to go. Queen problem. Whoever Ian Chester is, or Lanchester, he's a solid style player. He's not a tactical madman. Anyway, we got to do something. I don't like this. We're cramped and we have no space. Black's just slightly better. The a3 pawn is, that's what the price we pay for this stupid opening, essentially. This is our price we had to pay for playing b4 in the opening. Kind of like that, like the good old Polish, the St. George I played earlier. So now we start to see tactical threats. Ray Robson is from Guam. That I didn't know. You know, that's interesting. I thought he was from Florida. I mean, you could say Nakamura's from Japan, right? So... solid. Muy sólido. Take c4. Pretend it's a Spanish. Spanish. Reversed. It's a bad Spanish. This is a bad Spanish now. Just gonna get worse. Maybe it's like a Hungarian living in the United States or something. There's a couple of Hungarian GMs in the US, like David Bercesh. Well, he gave me more time, the gentleman. I'm going to need a lot more than that to save this position. No need to give me more time, though, if you're listening. I won't lose on time. I'll try to lose. Lose in another way. Try to lose on the board. I normally don't like people to give me more time, but we'll let the Grandmaster be a nice guy. Very positional style. It's like playing it's Yasser's Smurf account. Like the stylistically, you know, I could see it's probably not as strong as Yasser, but stylistically similar to like a Yasser. It's not really playing for tactics, just positional play. But Yasser probably won't play here openly. But if he had a Smurf account, he might. Who knows? Maybe he already has. Serwan style. New tactics. Yasser can play tactics, but he kind of prefers not to get overly tactical. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was someone like that. Very unpleasant position for me, obviously. Just gonna lose my A-pawn. That's it. Just lost the A-pawn. Anyway, it's hopeless. Very bad position. Don't play the Polish. Probably better to play the Polish on move 1. I'm just gonna resign here. This is like -2. Probably about -2, but it's been -2 for like the last 20 moves. There was really like nothing I can do from this point. It's really bad. -1. This was a good move, bishop e6, I thought. Here. I mean, white's just strategically like lost in this position. There's nothing to do. Let's see, like black had like 0 center pawn loss. No, I think that giving more time, I don't know. It might be arrogant. I think it's kind of arrogant. I wouldn't do that. But it's a stream, so it's not like we're just playing a random blitz game or something. Yeah, he like has 0 inaccuracy, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, probably. Perfect game. It's a really bad Benoni, yeah. I would prefer to play him in my non... Oh, he made it inaccuracy. Rook b8. The engine is kind of harsh, you know. I actually made 5 inaccuracies, black with just 1. 14 center pawn loss. Yeah, that's pretty bad. All right. Anyway, you don't think it can't be Yasser? Why? played Yasser and Blitz before. Okay. Probably unlikely though. But Yasser would probably create a non-GM labeled account. That's true. Like if it was Yasser, he would just have like a random name and he wouldn't even put a title on it. It's probably a younger player. Yasser's too inaccurate. What are you talking about? Dude, who are you? What's up with the Yasser's inaccurate, man? Yeah, he was like one of the greatest players from the United States of all time. Very inaccurate. Alright, what are we talking about? Okay, next game. No more challenges. We've got, actually, time is almost up. We've got 40 minutes left. Yasser's inaccurate. He's probably one of the like least inaccurate players I can think of. He plays like the safest style. Maybe here I screwed up. You know, in this position, actually looking at it now, like if I had played d4 and c4, I think it would have been better structurally. Let's try this. And now here. The structure might be a little bit better for this weak b pawn that's extended here. No. Bad opening for white though. All right. He was all business. I can't figure out, is that Lanchester? So it's actually Lanchester, right? What is Lanchester? Why does it say United States Minor Outlying Islands? Yeah, that's weird. Of course, anybody can put what they want. I guess I could put Antarctica. But what does that mean? Guam? Yeah, Puerto Rico wouldn't count, right? Puerto Rico would be Puerto Rico. A lot like, what? But is there like a sports team or something called Lanchester? Why would someone name their account Lanchester? You can't put GM. You can put GM Sparkle Horse just in the name part, right? So his account has to be verified by someone. I mean, I'm sure that a couple people have like scammed lichess temporarily into pretending they're GMs or something, but it wouldn't last, I don't think. Probably he's a real GM. You think it's Simon Williams? I think Merle's trying to be funny or something. Doesn't Simon Williams play like the Dutch? Isn't he like... I haven't played Simon in a while, but I think all of our games were pretty action-filled. This was like playing a rock, man. I would say. I was thinking someone boring like Jesse Cry. Someone like a friend of mine. Of course, Jesse's not that stronger than me, not that much stronger than me. This felt like I was getting crushed by a monster. There's a lot of weaker GMs, and I actually have a good score against them. If it's a GM who's like 2,500, I should score almost 50%, in Blitz at least. But if it's like a stronger GM, like over 26, then they're going to have a really good score. They're going to dominate me. But the kind of weaker average GMs, I should score pretty well against. Here I was handicapped, though. I mean, I have a really, really bad opening. But I wanted to be faithful to the theme of the day. Not just, oh, I'm going to stop playing weird openings because I got challenged by a GM. Here, I don't know what to do. Bishop on e6 is annoying. Wow. Nils, what are you doing? E6? What's happening here? Delacorte said his last tournament on lichess was in Arabic Arena. What qualifies as the United States outlying island? Someone's talking about Guam. But I mean, what category do Guam and Puerto Rico fall into? Puerto Rico wouldn't it be like its own country? Guam would be Guam, Puerto Rico would be Puerto Rico. What is the United States minor outlying island? Does that even exist? What is that? Midway Islands. Something like that, like really obscure. We just take challenges here, Chess God. Whoever challenges me that has an established account with 100 games, willing to play. Polish opening sucks. So Nils has an interesting idea here. He resigns inappropriately. Why are you resigning? Does anyone understand what's going on here? Nils, I don't understand why you're resigning. I mean, I can take and play e5 and I'm probably better, but I wouldn't resign. That's the best I could think of. I mean, d5, I'm dropping a piece on b2. It looks like this is probably my best. Trying to kill his pieces. And yeah, white's better, but Nils is having hallucinations. Have another beer, man. It's too early in the morning. Thank you for the gift. That's the only way I win. People just gift me resignations. You guys have more confidence, like Grandmaster Colchester? You would all beat me too. Dragon B. Lack of confidence. G4. This is as bad as the Polish opening. Maybe worse. I think it's worse. Because you're weakening your king side instead of the queen side. My b4 was better. I like c4 in this position. I got tricked by somebody. Zen Chess, or who was that? It wasn't Camel Culture, was it? Somebody played that against me. I don't know if Camel Culture's still here, but I guess it wasn't him either. I can't remember who it was. Someone tricked me with like the delayed bishop g2, and I played like knight e7. Camel's Culture. Camel Cultures. Camel Cultures. Okay, interesting try. It's like a Vladny Pavel attack. H5. Set him up and knock him down. You set him up, Bob, and I'll knock him down. What was the name of the bartender in The Shining? Does anybody know that off the top of your head? I remember that. That just made me think of that line. One of my favorite horror movies. Camel vultures. They're like vultures, like humps on their back. This is definitely a vulture. Thank you, Dragon B, for going out of your way to play an unusual opening, though, in the theme of the spirit of the day. I'm not feeling too good today. I've got a weird sort of foggy-headedness. Not a good day to get challenged by this grandmaster. What age did you stumble upon chess to become interested? Well, initially, I actually was gifted a chess set from my aunt when I was a little kid, like maybe 6 or 7 years old. But I never really got interested. I just learned how the pieces moved, and that was the way it stayed for like a number of years. I would just play like it was checkers with my friends at lunch at school and stuff on rainy days. I remember like being in elementary school and we thought chess was the same as checkers, but I literally knew how all the pieces moved. Then when I reached junior high school, I guess like 7th grade, I had a friend who used to play with his dad, and I guess he got too good for his dad, so he was looking for like a new victim. And that's when I started to really get interested in chess. So 7th grade, pretty late starter. I wasn't exactly a prodigy. I'm a little dehydrated. You think, Uber driver? I shouldn't really be dehydrated, but anything's possible. H5, I think it's allergies. I blame everything on allergies. H5, GH, bishop H3, H takes G, and then like bishop G4, takes on F7 check. That's not good. Almost works this H5, but the takes, bishop H3, takes on here. We'll have to come up with a different idea there. Okay, let's try it. It's fun. No, I feel like my eyes are puffy and tired, and I slept enough last night. So it's kind of weird. Rook G1. I feel like my eyes hurt, like I've been staring at a screen too much, but I haven't. Maybe Merle's right. I don't know. I don't think I'm dehydrated. Maybe there's just something in the air. Pollen or something. No, it is like the middle of April. Rook G1's a good move. Maybe we should just change plans here and play H4. I'm changing plans like every minute. First I played knight H4, then I brought it back. Now I'm playing H5, and now I'm just going for space with H4. Literally like changing plans again and again. Gatorade has like, what is it called? Those things. There's a reason why like marathon runners and people drink Gatorade. I can't remember anything. Not just chemicals. Electrolytes. Thank you. Thank you, Railbird. Almost. I actually figured it out just seconds before you said it. Uber driver, what? Were those Joe Turkel questions to Jack in The Shining? I was trying to remember, what was the name of the bartender in The Shining? That was my joke. I'm not allowed to play Queen D7? Oh man, this is a blunder. He had Knight G5. Knight G5 would have destroyed me. He still has tricks here too. Not my day today. This is not easy, although he can't really play E4. He can do it, but it's really dubious because of Knight F4. Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, Lloyd. You set him up, Lloyd, and I'll knock him down. You gotta watch that again. It's one of those movies you can watch like 10 times and not get bored with it. You have to space it out a little bit, but it's still interesting after like the 5th time you've seen it. If there's enough time in between watchings, still entertaining. My favorite scene in The Shining is like when he's locked in the freezer and he's like trying to trick his wife into like letting him out. I'm hurt real bad, honey. All right. See, my chess stream is fun. We can talk about stuff outside of chess. Movies, music, whatever you want. What ended on March 28th? Mercury's retrograde. Yeah, I think it's just allergies because there's too much ragweed in Hungary or something like that. With the Panda there, we're living it on topics. Why? Poor Panda. Always picking on the Panda. One day he's gonna come and get you. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Oh my god, he did it anyway. I tried to talk him out of it. He just did it anyway. I shouldn't take anything for granted. What if I go here? Try to undermine this chain. Will be good call with Lloyd. Lloyd the bartender. Black hole sci-fi question. I don't know. I'm not real comfortable with what happened here. I said we could talk about anything, but now I'm concerned about my position. I completely let him off the hook. Nice job by Dragon B. There's a big debate about, like, sadly, attention is turned to stupid things, like who gets credit for it or whatever. It's really stupid. Two bishop versus two knights. Take control of your fate here. Wendy, I'm hurt real bad. I'm kind of doing that with Dragon B here. Dragon B, I'm hurt real bad. Let me out. Dragon B, you got the two bishops. They're hurting me real bad. Let me out. Oftentimes the two knights are just better and easier to play with against two bishops than bishop and knight. So I think it was counterintuitive, but probably a good idea for me to do what I did there. I'm not a great player, but one of my better skills is probably saving bad positions. Can I do this? Oh my god. Practically suicidal, but I'm okay. Into the pin. Yeah. No. Dragon B just panicked. Yet another cheap swindle to keep me alive. Oh my gosh. Yes, bishop h4. I was gonna push my pawn. What's the truth? I have time for one more game, guys. What's the truth about this position when I lost control? Completely lost control of the situation, right? When I allowed f4, this was not supposed to happen. Suddenly the nightmare position becomes valid for white. Apparently I had something here, but I missed it. So I played this. Half-assed move, d4. Suddenly white's better. Now I'm glad, see, I managed to defend this as best as possible. The bestest possible defense. Bishop to b4. But for me, this was the best, my proudest moment in this game, like trading off his knight on d2. I think a lot of people would have missed this opportunity to try to save myself from total disaster by getting into this position where now I have a chance to save the game. Like Jack in The Shining. Okay, guys, no rated game. Barcode, that's all right. So this game, if this Grandmaster is got an established account, this is going to be my last game for today. Feeling a little weird, foggy-headed. I gotta play something now. Chess God. You're challenging me to... Okay. I don't normally do unlimited, but I guess, whatever. Unusual openings. I've already done... I've done a game with a3 and b4. We've got to try something different here. But there's not much to do, honestly, in this position. Without just being like overtly unsound. We'll try to come up with an unusual opening here. This is a standard position. In this case, a Bogo Indian. What can we do that's a little outside the normal? Such a solid opening, though. Let's try this Nimzo. We'll do something unusual here. What's an unusual setup? Bishop on f4, perhaps? Something like that. Now, I'm not going to do a bad move. Like, I know Ponda would like to play h4. Bishop f4 is really the only thing I can think of. Queen d3. Alright. Something creative. Probably bad. Similar to queen b3, queen d3. Unusual opening. I was a little concerned about bishop a6. Obviously his move is not bad, though. I'm nodding off too, Astrobate. I don't know what's wrong with me. I need to have a walk or something. Slept normally in the night, had a coffee, breakfast. I feel really sleepy and my eyes are heavy and tired. I guess I've been through a lot psychologically. My mom passing away last Friday still hasn't really registered. I think the stress, you know, there's a lot of like under the surface subliminal stress or something. Like in a way it's a blessing that my mom passed away because she was sick for quite a while, but it's still, I think you, when someone dies who was close to you, you know, like a lot of times you just kind of repress it and you don't a little analytical moment here. You repress your feelings. Drink a bottle of vodka. Sounds healthy. I do that every Friday night. No, not that much. Bishop e7. So we should grab the center, or is this going to create problems? I'm a little concerned about bishop a6 still. What I'm feeling right now is like physical. I feel like my eyes are heavy, I'm tired. I'm guessing it's an allergic thing. I live near the city park in Budapest. There's a lot of trees. It's entirely possible that it's like a purely physical thing right now. Grandmaster, our second Grandmaster today. At least I'm getting over my allergic cough. I'm really not a hypochondriac, but there was like 3 weeks when I couldn't stop coughing. You guys all notice that it's actually going away. So that's good. If I could only stay awake now. All right. Kind of classic Nimzo here. I don't typically play fianchetto setups against the Nimzo. Vodka and Rimsky-Korsakov is a good combi. What is Rimsky-Korsakov? I'm sorry for being so ignorant. I normally drink like vodka with beer. That's pretty lame. Did you realize that vodka with grapefruit juice is actually called a Greyhound? I didn't know that till last week. Oh, okay. It's a Russian composer. I thought it was a kind of alcohol. I was like, what? All right. Yeah, those Russian composers are pretty good. He can trade off his knight on a5, then life is okay. It's not the most ambitious move in the world, but I was a little bit nervous about my structure here. So I guess this is a good thing. Railbird, thanks. Bozo the Clown. Bozo the Clown of Bozo's Opening Emporium. I'm very shy. You add the actual Bozo the Clown from Bozo's Opening Emporium? There was a long-running, ironically, chess article series on weird openings. It was more like ridiculous openings, actually, by Jack Young years ago. Queen d7, like, that's a solid positional move. I still have my doubled pawns. You got to admire the way that black played that. So we've got a little bit of a problem. The first step is admitting you have a problem. First step in being a great defensive player, I think. We'll create like a 5-step program for being a great defender. Admit you have a problem. Yeah, I think that Uber Driver's right. I mean, Rook B1 would have been a bit more active there. Ubi Shalata. If I take on E6, Queen E6, E5, well, this is getting weirder and weirder. No, the Lanchester is kind of a mystery. This United States outlying islands is weird. So he might not even be like really an American grandmaster. He could be like from. What if he's like a Filipino grandmaster living in like the Midway Island or something? I don't know. Where is everything in the Pacific? I don't even know. The United States outlying islands. That's weird. Or maybe he's just like randomly thinks it's funny to choose a random country. My guess would be that it's an American player. My second guess would be that it's a player who knows me, who I'm familiar with. But that's not a guarantee. Again, these are just guesses. Delayed reaction. Check. Is check a bad thing or a good thing? Puts my bishop in an exposed position. Maybe that doesn't matter. Trust the instincts here. So we check and play queen d2, defending our rook, while his rook remains attacked. There's only one thing that bothers me about this. The fact that he has some sort of defense. What? Okay, that's just crazy, dude. He had to play. Uber Driver keeps finding the weird defenses there. Well, this is actually okay for black. I mean, I don't think it's okay for black under any circumstances. What the heck is going on? Black should never be okay here. GM Hikaru is gifting 5-tier subs. Whoa. GM Hikaru. Is that the real GM Hikaru? The legend? Seriously? It's not a Hikaru clone, right? The actual real deal. Who's Lanchester? I'm gonna lose on time. I mean, I gotta believe that black should lose with the king in the center of the board here, but I'm kind of flagging. GM Hikaru. All right. Wow, black's committing suicide there. Attempted suicide. Didn't successfully do it. It's actually locked up now. I'm having trouble breaking through. He's pretty fast, this guy. I gotta pay attention. You think GM Hikaru is Bob? Oh, you had to ruin all the fun. All of our fun. It probably is, Bob. Just have faith here. They hung a rook and I didn't take it. Premature resignation. GM Hikaru, if that's you. GM Hikaru's in the house. Alright, Merle Dixon donated 431 bits this week. Oms on Twitch 201. I gotta go. Jim with 200. Thanks for the gift donations, GM Hikaru. If that's you, then if you're the real GM Hikaru, we'll have Lloyd buy you a drink. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. I'm getting re-challenged by my opponent there, but it is time to leave. Great, thank you, GM Hikaru. Or Bob, whoever you are. The real GM Hikaru, please stand up. But that's not, it's not, what is Hikaru's Twitch handle, actually? Elder Balam is a new subscriber. Railbird80, Del Piero, Zukal, and Dragon also, so that's cool. Number of players who are kind of become regulars here on the stream, which is really appropriate. I like to see the more regular players get a free gift sub. So, the one and only GM Hikaru, said Railbird80. There's only one GM Hikaru and he's with us. So is it the real GM Hikaru? Yeah, that's him. Account created September 29th, 2015. That is the real GM Hikaru, is it not? Thank you, sir. The one and only. It is the legend. Alright, guys. 5-time US champ. And again in 2019. I will see you guys later. I gotta go. Thanks to GM Hikaru. Thanks to all you guys for watching. I will be back. What's up? Tomorrow is our subscriber stream. So don't forget to follow GM Hikaru and also check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. I'm sorry I've got to go, guys. Tomorrow is our subscriber stream, so the subscribers can check out my stream. It's gonna be at 6:30, and you guys can submit games here on lichess. If you want to submit games here on lichess for me to go over, 6:30 p.m. CEST. So we'll ask the bartender Lloyd to set up GM Hikaru with a few drinks so he can play here forever and ever. No, guys, seriously, thank you. Enough Shining references for now. It was fun while it lasted. We'll give it a break. Anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks to GM Hikaru. Thanks to all you guys for subscribing and watching me struggle today. I will see you later. Take care and bye from the Ponda. See you guys later. Hey, thanks. Thanks, Hikaru. You're the best. Bye-bye.